In today's video, we're going to explore why I believe we could potentially be heading for one of the best bear market rallies we have ever seen. What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you are all well. We have so much to get through in this video. I'm going to get straight into it. Look at the behind me. This is the day on Friday we had, which was green or galore. Then if we strip it out in the week, look at this. Look at these gains. Amazon 11%, Google 11%, Microsoft, Apple. Things have went parabolic, which is great to see. Things that have pulled back is our oil, energy, healthcare. The things that have been doing pretty damn well recently, and unfortunately that Tesla dream has become a bit of a nightmare this week. And we can even see on the world chart, which is worth looking at, we can see United Kingdom, Canada, the whole world is reacting positively, apart from South America and Brazil. It was one hell of a game in Brazil, whatever the hell's going on there. And first off, so the people who want to know what stocks to pick this week, and then they can just leave the channel if they want, is these are the top stocks this week, guys. These are the ones that are showing great bullish strength, as we have seen. So keep a note of that. These are all stocks that are doing well based on my screener, which you can get access to, a part of the Discord, all time pass, or better yet, you can get access through the elite trading course. This just literally strips out all the best criteria stocks out there. So keep an eye on that for the week ahead. As usual, we'll go to Investopedia just to get that quick roundup before I get into some fantastic TA. US markets climbed on Friday to close out a strong week of equities after a lower than expected rise in consumer inflation fueled optimism in the Fed might ease back in its monetary tightening campaign. For the week, the Dow rose 4.2, S&P 6, Nasdaq 8. Easing of COVID-19 restrictions in China added to the enthusiasm, sending oil futures and shares of fossil fuel companies higher in anticipated increased demand. However, the week only got worse for crypto markets as FTX declared bankruptcy and prices of most major coins lost ground. Crypto, straight off the bat, covered it in the channel, pretty much did my video, shared it in my Discord. First of many go on bust. I did this video all about it. 15th of June, 5 months ago, I said exchanges are going to go bust. It's what's going to happen. The dot-com bubble is going to be almost replicated for the crypto scene. I expect most coins in the top sort of 20 list, you can knock off a third to half of them will just be gone by the time 2024 comes around. Again, if you're invested in crypto, to me, there's enough risk with the best in class Bitcoin. That's been my stance for 6 months, and that will continue to be my stance for the next 6 months. I don't want to say any more about crypto. If you're in any other alternative coins, if you're in these exchanges, get out. I can't say it any more clear. Get out. Get your money out of Coinbase. Get your money out of these platforms. Put them on the wallet. As I said, there's some in my paper wallet, there's some in my electronic wallet, there's some in Konami. Some of the safest places. Put your money, spread them across. Be smart. We do have easing of COVID restrictions in China, which is obviously a bullish thing. The supply, the issues that we're all having is because of China's lockdowns, the ripple effect around the world that has happened. So it is encouraging to see that China is finally going, okay, we'll give up on this COVID thing, which is just a big farce anyway. Thankfully, that looks to be happening, which is good. We also have something that doesn't say there is great positive news potentially coming from the Ukraine. So there's a lot of huge fundamental things that has got us into this mess. It seems to be easing up. Do I think we're going to go back to the good times? Is it all going to go straight up again? Absolutely not. I don't think that'll be the case at all. Another thing that we expected this week going into, well, the general consensus was that the Republicans were going to win the House. It doesn't look to be the case. I think as of the time of recording, which is Saturday, by tomorrow, by the time this video comes out, we should know the Democrats are 1 seat away, I believe, from winning the House again. So that's kind of threw a huge curveball into the whole mix as well. And again, as we know, market doesn't like uncertainty. These are things that are getting more certain. So that is a positive, bullish thing for the markets. However, it doesn't really matter because all of this is just nonsense because we follow the charts on this channel. But before we get into it, I just want to look at this again. We can see here the changes. Gold, which we'll get into in a moment, has started to go horny. Like in my gold, I've been averaging in the gold, been averaging in the TLT on the channel for 6 months. Couldn't believe it when I put it in. My gold and the TLT went green. Phenomenal. Delighted with that. And the dollar is being pulled back, which we're going to get into now. Let's just get straight into it, guys, because this is exciting. So I put a huge amount of TA in yesterday morning so people knew what was going on. So this is the dollar. This is the US dollar index, UUP. And what I was saying was we've had this major trend line. As we can see, it goes back as far as January 2022. And it's went up, and it's never broke this trend, but it has here. And we can see what I've done here. I reckon it could go up, test that level, and if it gets rejected, It's going to fall, and what that means, this is the S&P, is S&P will rise. Now this looks to be a bit of a wedge here. Again, if we break out of this, we will see a bullish rise. Now why I'm saying we might, if I actually bring up the charts here, you can see here, this is the UUP. It is massively oversold. RSI looks to be going down, MACD looks to be crossing. So what I envisage is potentially us to hit our heads off this sort of 180-day moving average, go back up, test this support. If, and this is the if, don't come on the channel, oh, he said it was gonna, if we hit this and get rejected, then what you'll see is this correlation. If we go back, this correlation is simple. When the dollar goes down here, stocks go up. Dollar goes up, stocks go down. Dollar goes down, stocks go up. You see the pattern, guys? It's very, very simple. Dollar goes up, stocks go down. Dollar goes down, stocks go up. So if this was to continue down, this would go up, and that's a rough sort of guide there where it could go. I think it could fall down to about these levels here. This would mean this would go up and see a good rise. So that is something to watch for. Watch what the dollar does historically. That's what happens. When the dollar also gets weaker, gold goes up. And if we go to the gold, you can see here, RSI, MACD, everything looks to go up. Buy symbol has come on. If you had my trading course, you would know all about this. You would have bought here and you currently be up 6%. I put into the group that I am 20 times leveraged on this. Didn't catch all of this. I waited for more confirmation, but I am sitting at about 20% up now, which is lovely stuff. I did a measured move, and again, a measured move is very simple. What you do is you measure from here to here, roughly, again, very, very rough, and you stick it here, and that gives you roughly your measured move. That wasn't even straight, but you get the gist. These are all things you need to learn and understand. My trading course is even more simple. You don't need to learn all of this. You just need to stick to the buy and sell symbols. Buy comes on, you buy. You sell when it says sell. That is as basic and as straightforward as it is. The winter sale, although it's technically still autumn, the winter sale is on. Get access to this, get access to the Discord so you stay up to date with all of this information, all this TA, putting in about it. The DXY is the dollar ticker. You know, I've set the notifications, so I'm going to be dropping this straight into my Discord as soon as it happens, and we will know when to pounce. And I will be doing my Snoop Dogg dance, baby. I even put this in the SPY. If we break out of here, we will rally. These are all things you need to be watching for, because if this happens, it is going to go bullish. Well, reasonably bullish. Cutting back then to our Investopedia, earnings are still coming out. Most of them are over now, but we've got big ones like Walmart, for example, Home Depot. I'm keen to see, again, looking at the consumer spending. That's what you got to keep your eye on. How is the consumer's purse strings? Nvidia is there as well for more. Again, we cover all that in our Discord. The chip makers are huge. Alibaba, how is the Chinese supply issues going? We'll get an update there, but hopefully Applied Materials as well. AMAT, we've been keeping an eye on that in the channel. And some more of the Chinese earnings as well are there. The big things to look for this next week then is some of the nation's largest big box retailers report next week. As I've just said, on Wednesday, the US Census Bureau will report retail sales data for October, indicating whether consumers continue to spend on goods and services. That is key. That shows that people still have money. That's not what the Fed want. They want you to have no money. They want you not to be able to spend. They want you to stay in, keep prices down. If people are buying, that means demand's high. If demand's high, price gets inflated. If the demand's low, prices come down. Inflation, simple economics. More insights of the housing market. Again, we've been covering this now for donkey's years. The housing market is going to crash. We need to see this continually come pulled back. Mortgage rates are surging above 7%. It's ridiculous. No one's going to buy a house right now. This is a lagger though. This is what you got to remember. The housing market seriously lags. That data lags. It might still look reasonably well, but then eventually it'll just gape, and that's what you're going to see. Q1 of 2023, that's when a lot of houses in the UK, for example, their mortgage deals are going to end. That's when all them people bought in COVID when house prices were high. They were locking into mortgage rates that were probably high, and now they're even higher. What's that mean? People are going to get caught with their pants down. Putting in some of my trades, I did a DWAC trade. DWAC decided just to take off, and I've had to jump back in. I was about, God, when was it? It was probably a year ago, yeah. Like when we covered on the channel, Jesus, I made like a ridiculous amount of money. As soon as the news got announced about Donald Trump, he just jumped straight on it, and you knew it was going to take off. But the money that I made this week, I've left in it on the dream of maybe the Republicans getting in. That's maybe not going to happen now. I'll probably close that trade out, but that was a good trade this week. I bought Meta, I said that last week in the video. I also swapped my short for a long position in Airbnb. They're going well. I 5 times long position in the SPY based on this news, but that is a hedge to my 3 times short. Keeping the 3 times short. All the rest of my short positions, bar a couple £100 in the FTSE, I'm all out of, and that's purely based on the TA that we've talked about there, and just a general change and shifting in momentum, taking some of the profits off the table on the shorts, just sitting back, waiting, ride it up, hopefully flip it in, ride it back down. That will be the plan. I've said in the last couple of videos now, I can sort of almost feel where the bottom is. We've been covering it for over a year now, but I can kind of feel where the bottom's going to be. For me, it's going to be Q1 2023, so we are sort of 5-6 months away from potentially reaching the bottom, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, and as I've said repeatedly, and if I go look at the SPY, and I'm chatting to some guy, he says, when did you know you fully became a trader? When I know ticker symbols like the back of my arse. So if we go back to the SPY to have some proper TA then, this is the wedge that we talked about here. I'm just going to turn the drawings off so you can get a closer look. As you can see, once we fell below this back in sort of February time, we've tried to get above it and we fell. We've tried to get above it and we fell. We're about to hit that area again. This time, can we get above it? There's data that could come out this week that could sink it. There's data that could come out this week to get it pumped. We've seen that the dollar's rejecting. That's why at the start of this video, I said, could be the big rally. The reason it could be a big rally is because me, as a trader, will be looking at this. I have said repeatedly for the last year, my stance won't change because we're below this. If you're below the 180-day /200, and let me just put up the 200 actually, because I work on the 180-day moving average. Those in the trading course will know why. Let me just change this to the 200-day moving average, because you'll see the 200-day slightly above. What we're looking for is the SPY to get above this level, which is about 2.5% to get to that level. So you're probably looking in and around about a 3.5%, 3%er to close. Close above those averages and get a day maybe on the other side of it. That would be bullish. And me as a trader would go, okay, I am now out of all my short positions and I'm going long. You just stick to the charts, because look at the last time we got above the 200-day moving average and we stayed above it. We went on to rally as much as 60%. You don't want to get caught with the knickers down on that. So you just stick, and that's just trading. So you just take the emotion out of it. Just sit on the right side. You play it, and then inside there you'll get bear rally. So it's all eyes on that. The only reason I feel there could be a bullish run is because of that dollar, because it was due a pullback, because of some of the fundamental news is coming out. There's a lot of changes. I don't want to get too excited. It might not happen. We can reject this and go straight to Cape. Hence why I've still got the shorts, waiting for confirmation. Get the confirmation, we change the story. So that is the video. First bullish video I've probably done in about a year. Do not know if it's going to play out. I'll be watching it closely. Right now, if someone was to say to me, what side are you going to be on? I have to be bearish, because we are below the trend lines, because we have seen it hit the head and be rejected, because the news is freaking terrible. Inflation's at all-time highs. Mass job losses are coming through. We've seen Meta, we've seen Twitter, we've seen everyone just laying off people. The housing market's starting to crash. There's a lot of things that haven't been played out yet. We have seen rallies up to election times, which just seems to be the case. I would still be very confident that Q1 2023 will be the ultimate gap, but it doesn't change the fact that we could get this sort of little rally above the averages and go back down, a bit of a cop-out, final shake of the trees. I hope you guys found that one informative, a bit more positive. Like I said, keep an eye on that dollar. We'll see what way it plays out. And for everyone in the Discord, I'll put in the earnings as always tomorrow for you, so we know what's coming up this week, and I'll keep you updated. If you're interested in getting into the Discord, $3.99 a calendar month, or you can buy the Elite Trading Course for £99, which includes a lifetime pass to the Discord. So it's worth checking that out, and it's also worth checking out this video. This is all about, is your job safe? Are you safe? Will you lose your job? Could it be grim times ahead? It's worth checking out. Are you on this list? And if you are, well, there's a few tips that maybe can help you protect yourself and your family's wealth. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.